there's a war on masculinity. It's so bad.
Welcome to this week's Wacky Moments of Leftist Extremism. Now, I know you've heard it before, but the leftist media says the demise of democracy is coming yet again. It's like the end of the world due to climate change. They just keep pushing back the doomsday date. Now, this week, former CNN reporter Maria Ressa tells PBS democracy is dying because people are not as reliant on the leftist broadcast media anymore.
Essentially, where we're living today is a world that is completely upside down because what is rewarded are lies. And so when news organizations lost our gatekeeping powers to technology abdicated responsibility. Not only did it not distinguish between fact and fiction, it actually prioritized the spread of lies over these really boring facts.
Yeah, leftist media is known for getting to those facts. Like this week when ABC's Terry Moran used his mental powers to predict that support for religious liberty by the Supreme Court would turn back the clock to slavery and segregation.
This law simply requires businesses that serve the general public to serve everyone. That's been a cornerstone of civil rights law for decades. And the implications of this case are potentially huge, not just limited to the LGBTQ community. What if a photographer refuses to take pictures of immigrant school children because he opposes immigration in this country? That is the kind of question that long thought settled.
Yeah, it is. Immigration isn't on the same plane of sanctity as marriage is. Now, I'm not aware of the religion that forbids photos of immigrants, but thank goodness those facts that the leftist media provides for us. We all just need to accept them.
Good morning, George. This is the case of Lori Smith, the wedding website designer in Colorado who does not want to do business with gay people.
Of course, there is the fact that Smith designs more than just wedding websites. She does all kinds of websites and marketing and has done business with gay people, as long as they don't ask her to create something that goes against her Christian faith. But those facts are just incomprehensible to the leftist media. In fact, CNN equates religious liberty to denying black people macaroni and cheese.
My macaroni and cheese in this restaurant is a work of art. This pie is a work of art. The way that I make my clothing in this boutique, works of art. So you know what? I don't want somebody in here who's gay, who's black, who's Jewish, who's disabled.
Words, text, and graphics, all tools of speech. Macaroni and cheese, not speech. Courts have kind of made the call on that already, but facts. The leftist media certainly didn't want to discuss the fact of the Hunter Biden laptop. None of the three broadcast networks have covered last Friday's revelations that Twitter censored the Hunter Biden laptop story. However, NBC did manage to mention Elon Musk on Saturday morning.
Researchers are warning that hate speech and harassment have increased dramatically since Elon Musk took over the platform, and that they worry that while one man is being pushed out, a wave far worse is being ushered in.
Of course, it's only in a negative light. Nothing about the Hunter Biden email release.
When you don't have facts, you don't have truth. Without truth, you can't have trust.
Well, that's certainly a thought, isn't it? That's why we need the media, huh? Instead of reporting facts this week, CNN panels were busy warning the GOP not to look for them by investigating Hunter and his laptop. People don't want to hear about those dirty facts.
Then you got to start talking about Hunter Biden and things that the American people aren't as interested in. And so Kevin McCarthy is in a very difficult position in trying to appease so many different parts of his constituency. And in doing so, he may find it difficult to protect the members of his party who need protection going into 2024, because that majority is narrow, thin. There are a number of people who are new Republicans, new House members from Biden districts who don't want to be spending all of their time focusing on Hunter Biden.
It seems the leftist media is not interested in censorship influencing election outcomes. They're surprisingly disinterested in freedom of speech. I mean, isn't that one of the iconic things that makes this country great?
Brittany Griner represents everything in this country. She's female, she's LGBTQ, she's black, and she's extraordinary. She's excellent. She's overcome. She's an icon.
Seems they have different views on what makes America great. Of course, they also seem to have very different views on political hostages being freed. Of course, that depends on who's president.
Donald Trump's a former reality show producer. This was a staged production meant for television.
He's clearly very keen to get a win out of this.
The president sees it as a political opportunity in the midterms.
A reminder, remember, guys, that there are still Americans being held in other countries overseas, 5 in Iran, for example.
Is this victory for the Biden administration?
This is seen as a major diplomatic win for the Biden administration, but it's a bigger win for the United States.
I can barely speak. I'm so excited about this news today.
For the White House, this is a major diplomatic achievement.
This is a major win for this White House.
Speaking of a major win, former porn star lawyer and once a media favorite to run for the White House, Michael Avenatti was sentenced to 14 years in prison this week for wire and fraud charges, but that wasn't a topic that the media cared to mention.
And you know what? I owe Michael Avenatti an apology. For the last couple of weeks, I've been saying, enough already, Michael. I've seen you everywhere. What do you have left to say? I was wrong, brother. You have a lot to say. The Democrats could learn something for you.
Like maybe how to spend years in prison? Despite once being the leftist media's favorite guest and even having him appear an absurd 254 times in a single year, Monday's news that Avenatti was given a lengthy prison term was notably missing from CBS and NBC's evening newscast coverage. I wonder what they had to cover that was just more important.
With electrifying performances and star-studded speeches.
George Clooney is the last of the true movie stars.
This year's Kennedy Center honors did not disappoint. Audience applause as well for Paul Pelosi, making his first public appearance since being attacked in October.
Oh, I see. Now, one thing that you never want to see is Joe Scarborough on MSNBC. Leave that to the professionals, us at the MRC. We get the hazard pay. But what you would want to see even less than Joe is Joe on steroids. And I'm not kidding here. As he goes on a rant about the GOP being losers, I give you Scarborough on steroids.
My mama always taught me to grow up to hate losing, to hate it, to just loathe it, to just, I can't do it. I am not confident enough to lose and be cool with that, right? Driven by self-hatred since 1963, baby, when it comes to winning and losing.
Let's do therapy.
So the question is, no, I don't want to do therapy. I want to win, okay? So this is what I don't understand about Republicans. The same people that grew up their whole life thinking, when my kids, they get participation trophies. Oh, nobody's in it. No, the feminization of sports. Oh, like these same people are now going like, oh, there's a war on masculinity. It's so bad. And they don't care that they keep losing.
Okay.
It's all right.
No. He got
Hold on. I need Reverend Al with the James Brown coat to wrap over me and carry me off the stage.
James, run over him, please. We got it.
I'm only laughing because while you're talking, Nika is whispering a diagnosis to me about what I'm seeing behind the scenes.
On fire, steroids, poor guy.
Seems like he really dislikes losing, huh? Well, maybe, just maybe, that's all he knows. I'm Eric Shiner from MRCTV, asking you to visit the MRC Store. Check out the great gear available for the holidays there. Stop by MRCTV.org for the latest in information, entertainment, and videos. And if you like these videos, consider popping over to the MRC donation page and helping us out. Also, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the videos on the platforms that actually let you see us. We're going to be taking a break for the Christmas holiday, but we'll be back soon for a new year of leftist media madness.